Welcome. Excuse me, Tiz fam. Weed cough, not COVID, promise. Welcome back to the Tiz Talk podcast. Episode 36. This last time was episode 35 for my 35th. This one really just got thrown together very quickly, but I got a returning guest, Dady Staxx, aka Jared, because as y'all know him as Jared, it's Dady Staxx now, baby. Dady Staxx, what's good, son?
What up, Tiz fam? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. The last show you were on was with Toowoketogobroke, I believe.
Yes, that was actually maybe like February, March.
No. It was like May. It was definitely May. Like May? 6 months ago. Yeah.
I like to hop on an episode every 6 months or so.
Well, yeah. You know, we got the Bag Boys Discord server going on and making plays there, and at the same time, just still trying to run the pod. But it's good to always have a regular, back on the show. And Toowoketogobroke, guys, Tiz gang, he couldn't make it tonight, but we might drop another episode later this week. But yeah, Dady Staxx hit me up. He's driving, and why don't you just tell the world what you're doing right now?
So I was in Dallas visiting the missus. I was there for a couple weeks and got to go back to school. I'm actually on the way right now. I got about 5 hours left. Heading from Dallas to New Orleans, and there's nothing I would enjoy more than running a pod. So I figured I would give Taylor a call, and we kind of just threw this together last minute. But it's pitch black out. I'm driving about 79 in a straight line for 350 miles.
So where are you exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm approaching Alexandria, Louisiana, like Shreveport, but I won't be there for another 50 miles or so. So
okay.
I'm approaching the Texas-Louisiana border.
So you're like in Orange, Texas.
No, that's southern. That's southern. I'm in North Texas, so I'm basically gonna cut from. I'm driving, from Dallas which is North Texas, to North Louisiana, which is Shreveport, and then taking a highway south until I get to either Baton Rouge or Lafayette, and then I'm just gonna hop on I-10 and take I-10 to New Orleans.
How long of more of a drive is it to NOLA?
So I have 5 hours left. I've been in the car for about 2.5. Normally when I go Houston to New Orleans, it's about 5.5 hours, but this is about 7.5. It was a little longer because I left at rush hour in Dallas.
Yeah, well, that sucks. Rush hour always sucks, right? Yeah, we have to deal with that shit here in H-Town, fucking LA, fucking Dallas, Austin. It's all the same shit.
How are the freeway construction ordeals going? Have they started to finish them, or I haven't been home since?
Bro, they're never gonna finish construction here in Houston. It's one after the other.
Yeah.
Like when they finish one project, they're on to the next, and it's like it's continuous. That's just what it is. So TXDOT, get your shit together and cut the fucking check. Tiz gang, welcome back to the Tiz Talk podcast. We are glad to have you, and I hope you're enjoying the YouTube saga of this shit, because I am. Unfortunately, like I said, my co-host Toowoketogobroke was not able to join tonight. We had a lot of things to talk about, and I've been wanting to do one because the last one we dropped was 35 lighters on my dresser, not 25, because I was turning 35 and it was the 35th episode. And you know, it was just more geared towards just having fun, but a lot of shit's gone on. Okay. Here. Why don't you kick it off with, since we're both from H-Town, and I've never attended this festival, and I never would. I would never, because I don't want to ruin it, but I'm not a Travis Scott fan, even though he's from Houston. I really don't enjoy his music. I really fucking hate auto-tune. That's basically all he does. The festivals he throws are whatever, you know.
I'm not even gonna lie. You know, it kind of pissed me off when Drizzy Drake would have this attachment with Houston, like he was for the city.
I get what you're saying. Like, Drake, stop repping Houston so much, but it's almost like, well, Jay Prince did bring him here, but at the same time, I have a problem with the whole October thing.
Look, let me give my 2 cents on Travis Scott real quick, and we can get into
That's fine. That's fine. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, but listen, let's talk about his music, right? I have seen so many videos of all of these just like random individuals. They use Travis Scott to auto-tune, right? And they basically try to rap like him. And I'm not gonna lie, they sound just as good, if not better.
Okay, before we get into it, let me just finish. I think that Travis Scott has a talent, but his lyrics are not the talent. It is his ability to create this insane fan base by branding himself.
There's the auto-tune guys, and then there's the more like the guys from Florida, and there's just different breeds of rappers.
It's almost all about the creativity these days, you know, like, how can you separate yourself? And don't worry, we're going to talk about Astroworld. We are. And by the way, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my, whoa, look who joins the fucking show, man.
What up?
So both of y'all are in the car. I'm the only motherfucker here, like, sitting at home. Y'all are in the car. Jared, look at Big Daddy Staxx over here with his beautiful fucking picture.
Yeah, man. What do we got? A fucking LL Bean catalog model or something?
No, dude, that's actually an old picture. That was my senior photo from high school.
What are you saying? They're even sexier now?
Toowoketogobroke, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm more of a man. I'm more of a man now than, I mean,
what you said, nah, not tonight, tomorrow. And now you're like in the car. What's up, dude? What's going on?
Oh, I'm in the whip, man. I'm grabbing some food real quick. So I just thought I'd hop in. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, wait. Let's hear that order. Oh, shit. What you got? That Taco Bell like we were talking about last time?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
hey, you know what would be pretty interesting, and if this does happen to me, I'll definitely turn my camera on. But a live police pullover on the TikTok podcast, that would be.
I'll go do some donuts and see what I can drum up.
Shout out to the Pot Brothers at Law. You know, the Shut the Fuck Up Fridays. Know your script.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a player. I just zoom a lot.
Say that again.
I said I'm not a player. I just zoom a lot.
Yeah, okay. And now let's touch on Astroworld. Big Daddy Staxx.
So, I mean, look, it was a culmination of a lot of shit. First off, they did, if anyone's not familiar, I think it's up to 11 people who were trampled and died at Astroworld. There's been discussions of somebody or some people, we don't know, using some sort of syringe to inject people in the neck and causing them to collapse. There's been a lot of, there was a whole mess. And it all started at the gates where fans, well, first off, Travis Scott mentioned something online to his fans, basically telling them that even if you don't have a ticket, like, just come through, like, basically instigating what happened where all these people bomb rushed in, security was not prepared, and there were maybe 50,000 extra people at the festival on top of.
I gotta say this. Do you remember when my younger brother, Kimbo Slice, aka, you know what I'm talking about, went to ACL at a Travis Scott show like 2 or 3 years ago and got trampled on?
Well, yeah,
But
he's branded
should he?
himself. What's
but-
his real name? What's his real name?
I don't. Travis Scott. I don't know the real
It's
name.
like
but
Jaquise. It's like Jaquise or something.
yeah, but like, do you
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
like with the fact that should he be responsible for what happened, or is it no?
He should, Taylor. and
No,
I'll tell you why.
hang on. I'm asking both y'all's opinions. Do you think it should? Tuok, what do you think? Because honestly, I mean, as an artist, as a fucking musician, you're on stage. I mean, yeah, he gets the crowd pumped. I get it.
No, but Taylor, he was in charge. He was in charge of the security preparation. He planned the whole damn
Yeah.
thing himself.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I think that he definitely MC means move the crowd. But anyways, I mean, yes, he definitely I think he holds the lion's share of the responsibility. There are other people involved, but also let's not get away from the personal responsibility of individuals who are in the crowd in the back pushing forward. Like, you got a bunch of jackass fans as well that causing a lot of the problems. And I think part of the problem is too, like, if you go to like a crazy heavy metal show where there's like a real mosh pit where people are like literally throwing punches, if you fall, they will pick you up. But I think some of these kids at these Travis Scott shows, they're rookies. You know, there's a lot of them are young kids. They don't know the protocols of how to act and behave in a proper manner. So they get a little out of control. They don't know to help their fellow concert goer. And then you've got like hood people. You've got over entitled white kids. You've just got like all the worst people. And I mean, here's why I think is because he stops the show. Half of the crowd is literally yelling, "Stop the show." People don't yell, "Stop the show," unless there's like a fucking reason to stop the show. You know what I mean?
Especially his own fans, you know?
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants the show to stop for no reason. So I think, you know, and then there's an ambulance in the crowd. Like, is that normal? No. You know what I mean? So like, I think it was pretty obvious that something, like, all he needed to say was like, yo, everybody from the halfway point back, take 3 steps back. And so, I mean, here's the thing is like, apparently Live Nation and the police agreed to shut down the show like 30 minutes before it actually stopped. So were there people buzzing in saying, "Hey, Travis, stop the show," and he said, "Fuck you," or did he really not know the extent of what was going on? That's the question, and we don't have the facts to know yet. You know what I mean? But if Live Nation and the police agree to stop the show 30 minutes before,
what's really fucked up is that he went to some after party at Dave and Buster's, and like he claimed that he didn't find out about people dying until the next day.
Who the fuck goes to an after party at Dave and fucking
Well,
Buster's?
there was supposed to be an after party at Clay or
Well, they gotta go play some fucking video games or some bowling. Like Dave
I mean,
and Buster's.
that sounds, it's lit.
Dave and Buster's. What's their ticker? Game?
That's some good wholesome fun. And maybe he knew people died and he thought, you know what, I'm gonna help my image by going to Dave and Buster's. Some good wholesome family fun.
I mean,
they also went to the strip club and dropped like $1 million supposedly. So can we cancel Drake? I mean, he was there. I mean, why can't he get canceled a little bit?
Can I add something though? You know, aside from Travis Scott, what really fucking pissed me off are there are all these Insta hoes that I know that literally have friends that have died. Like one of their friends, close friends, died at Astroworld, yet they still got to post all their Astroworld pictures looking like a complete thought. Like that's a little disrespectful, you know?
and I can't get on the Ron Z right now, man. I'm just drinking Gatorade. That's all I'm drinking right now. Gatorade.
Oh, Gatorade.
I'm drinking some
Not Haterade. Gatorade.
some Mount Gay.
Mount Gay. Talking
Mount
about
Gay.
Talking about nothing mountain.
No, Mount Gay.
Tua
Barbados rum.
keeps like just disappearing into the translucence of the fucking screen.
I am the Omniverse.
He's the Omiverse. The Omiverse. That's funny you say. That's probably what it's like. It just like sucks you in. Like the MetaVerse, but we're dealing with the new Omi variant.
Omicron.
Well, we're calling it the Omi. Okay. Omicron.
Omni, baby.
Omicron's kind of It's like one of those words they're trying to like make it seem scary, but it's just like at this point, like, fuck you guys, this ain't shit. We ain't scared. We're gonna continue doing our thing.
At first, they had named it something else. Like when I first heard it, this thing came up very abruptly, by the way. I don't know if y'all were paying attention when this shit just like hit the fan. This whole new variant of the COVID, they were calling it new NU, the new variant. All I can see is Toowok's face. Literally, it's just your face.
So who names these? Who names these strains? Who names them? Who's in charge? Because I bet they get a bunch of laughs out of making these names.
I mean, it's like weed. Who
Um,
needs it, you know?
Well, yeah, 'cause they
Exactly,
were
too
naming
woke. Exactly.
like weed. Well, the Delta, they were just, it's like the hurricane season. Did they go to the Greek letters, I guess? I don't fucking know. After you run through the first alphabet. I mean, was there ever a beta?
Oh, I guess it is. It is the Greek alphabet. You're right.
Yeah, it's the Greek alphabet, but there was what? There was the alpha, which is the original, and then I guess the beta, and then the delta. Now they went straight to the O section, and then Zeta's
to be
last.
honest, it's kind
I
of
don't fucking
bullshit.
know.
It's like the doctor should be doing other work, but instead he's out there studying just to be able to name some fucking new strain. There's probably already 100 strains of the fucking thing.
There's
Oh, yeah.
thousands. There's
Probably a million.
probably hundreds and hundreds of thousands of coronaviruses out there that they're everywhere. Like, but they can't. You know how what they've said, or at least from what I've the way I understand it is, it can't. It has to get transmitted from which they live on bats, supposedly, right? Like these coronaviruses, these dirty bats, and then the bats bite into a motherfucking banana, and the banana falls off the tree, and then the pig eats it, and then we eat the pig, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Have y'all ever seen
Are you talking about bat soup?
huh?
Bat soup.
Yeah, that exactly. Have y'all seen that movie? What's it called with Lawrence Fishburne? It's not Outbreak, but oh my god,
Oh yeah.
Contagion. Yeah,
Oh.
that.
Is that
Yeah.
the one where at the end it like shows a bat and a monkey eat some shit? Yeah.
Yep, it was like the
Hey,
exact.
oh my
No,
God,
just
bro,
a
I'm
bat. It shows a
blanking.
bat. It shows a bat. It shows a bat like in a tree, like eating, like biting into a banana, and then like a fucking tree falls down or something, whatever. The pig eats it. Next thing you know, the pig ends up in the
God.
fucking kitchen at some restaurant. And
Taylor,
what?
what was that fucking game back in the day? I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to look it up, but it was some game back in the day. I want to say maybe 10 years ago, where the objective of the game was to dominate the world, and you would like infect the whole world with like a disease that you would give a name. Do you remember that game?
No,
Oh
not
my
at all. I have no fucking clue. Like World of Warcraft.
no, dude.
I don't
remember
know
what it
I could
was.
tell you. I don't think I've ever played it.
Dude,
But
I think I
anyway.
played it at like an arcade or something, like at Fuddruckers over off 59 or something like that.
Bro, I couldn't tell you.
You don't know?
Look it up. Look it up.
I did.
Well, anyways, I just want to go off on a tangent here real quick. They were, so this all came about to my attention, and I think to everybody's attention who was on the night of Thanksgiving. I first heard about it. I was sitting at this desk, and I was on Discord, and somebody in one of the Discord servers was saying, holy shit, fucking futures are super red, and it's all about this new variant of COVID. That's what they were calling it first. Now, where the fuck they decided to switch that to Omicron, I don't know why. I don't understand why they did that. I don't really think it. Omicron.
Here's a
Sorry.
thought. It was the perfect time to announce it because everybody's together for Thanksgiving. So you just put the story out there, and then everybody, hey, did you hear about the new strain? Blah blah blah. Boom.
It's small
Yeah,
talk.
but-
It's some good small talk material.
Yeah.
I mean, that is exactly. So this is the first time I've actually like basically didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. I kind of just had Thanksgiving to myself. I just didn't feel like driving to Waco this time
Nice.
because I'm going back there at Christmas. So I was just chilling and someone posted that and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, that's just like a scare, right? Like whatever. It's just like another Delta or whatever. Well, the difference between this one, at least at first, what freaked everybody out and what Delta or Beta or whatever the fuck, besides the first one, is that I think there was 4 countries, at least 4 in Europe that next day went into lockdown. That caused
Austria and somewhere else. I'm like, you
like
pussy.
Austria. I think Germany was at least talking about it. There was
Australia.
Dude, these
I don't
countries
think
are out of their mind.
Australia. I don't think Australia's been super strict with this whole COVID thing too. Like talk about strict, man. My God. Like they just like recently got cleared to be off of lockdown, or not lockdown, but like very strict, like whatever measures have been taken this entire time. And now this happens. So they're probably like right back into it.
And they enforce the shit out of them.
Here's what pissed me off. Here's what kind of threw me off guard like crazy was like, it didn't even catch my attention until someone brought it up about the fucking stock market, the futures. I didn't think much of it. And man, dude, that next day, talk about Black fucking Friday. I mean, everything was on sale in the stock market, bro. I mean, the Dow tanked 1,000 points, which was, I think, the most it's tanked, I believe, since Corona started. In 1,000, in a day. I did it do it again has it done that since March 2020 or February 2020?
I'm not sure.
Well, anyways, it did it. All the indexes were down at least 2%, at least, if not more.
Yeah, but how
except for the VIX.
How much can you contribute? How much can you contribute that to the Delta variant? Because
it was Delta.
There's a lot of other reasons, or whatever, the Omicron variant, because there's a lot of other reasons I could see there being a sell-off around Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
No, bro. This was.
I mean, when a country the size of Austria is talking about shutting down, I mean, all of a sudden you have, oil supplies up and all kinds of shit happens, based off of that can affect prices across all equities.
Exactly. I mean, everybody freaked out. Everybody freaked out, bro. I mean, it wasn't just the only things that like you saw that were actually doing well that day or on Friday were like companies like Zoom or Peloton, any of those fucking companies.
I mean, I can definitely like give. So first of all, I'm not saying that the Omicron variant had nothing to do. It had a very big part in why there was that sell-off. But
I would say probably about 90%.
I would also think about how, Black Friday, right? There are a lot of retail traders in this country who are average citizens who are, possibly liquidating their holdings so they can pull out their cash and they can go, spend their money on Black Friday. That's one theory that I have.
It would not sell the entire market wouldn't sell off like that though, because of that.
No, but I'm just saying that I don't think it's 100%.
You're probably right. I would say it's 90% of what happened that day. Trust me, I was in the middle of it, watching the entire thing happen. I mean, the Black Friday on Wall Street, new COVID variant sends Dow to its biggest drop of 2021. In the title.
Obviously the other things getting tied in are more macro, like interest rates and shit like that going up, probably the end of next year. Black Friday is usually a day of excitement in the market because people are like, what's that? They kind of start gauging how much everybody's going to spend for the holidays and all that shit was up. So spending was up. Like more people shopped in stores instead of online than the past.
Actually, they didn't. They did not. Black Friday saw less people this year than last year out of the stores.
not what I
Dude,
heard.
I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah, I
telling
saw an
you,
article about it. I saw an
brick and
article.
mortar,
It was on
brick and
CNBC.
mortar is getting tough, man. Brick and mortar is getting real tough.
And I'll tell you what, not in Knoxville, Tennessee. Bro,
I mean,
it
dude,
goes-
they're out there, but I'm saying apparently across the board.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general, Knoxville, Tennessee is crazy, dude. It has to be the most, okay, maybe not the, but it's got to be a top 10 mall in America as far as success over here.
I was gonna say it can't be bigger than the Mall of America that in
Well, it's not
Minneapolis.
bigger. It's probably much smaller than that mall, but I mean, per square foot, dude, it brings in people are shopping Monday through Sunday. I don't care what time of day in this town. It's the craziest shit you've ever seen, dude. Like,
Really?
it's insane.
Damn.
I'm just not much
Yeah.
of a
I don't know.
shopper.
I feel like every year the percentage of online versus retail is the gap is largening where online is.
Oh, yeah.
is
I mean, I buy
coming up.
everything online.
But the report I heard was more people showed up this year than last year, mainly because of COVID.
I'll
but
pull
then-
it up. I'll pull the article and show you
I mean,
at
last
least
year
what I
it was
saw.
coronavirus, so there wasn't shit going on as far
No,
as.
I know, but their numbers were. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I think it was either it was less than what they were expecting, or it was what I said before. It was less than last year. But this article might actually talk about it. This is a fucking crazy day. Because when I saw those futures, that shit didn't bother me. It's like, oh, it's another fucking variant, Delta, whatever. Who knows? And then, futures never recovered. Everything gapped down. Everything gapped down in pre-market. I mean, everything except for, like I said, anything that was like big during the first COVID, when it first came out, like Peloton, in all these Roblox. Oh my God, it's going crazy. So all those companies, it was just insane. And then the VIX is it. That was all that was up. Everything else is red.
All right, so I have a question
What?
for both of y'all because I know Toowok's very, very long-term thought provoking. He likes to think ahead. He not completely. And Tiz, you sort of think ahead but also play a lot of short-term stuff. What do y'all think the market is going to be like over the next half year, maybe until over the next year?
It looks like it's going to be extremely bearish. I think it's going to be. I've already been seeing signs before this happened of SPY doing some weird shit. The 180-day moving average is starting to kind of just curve a little bit downwards on the 4-hour chart. It's just all these little signs, and then all of a sudden this happened. And I was like,
But it bounced back today. I mean, not
it
bounced
did.
back.
It didn't recover all the way, but it did. It did
But
recover.
I mean, it did. It showed some. I don't know. Here's my answer is I have no idea what the next 6 months holds to a year, but I do think that over the next 2 to 3 years, there is going to be enough volatility where if you hold, pretty long puts that you'll print at one day. Your shit could be down for months and months, and then one day, it could be down for a year. But when it hits, it's going to hit big enough to make up for all that plus some, and then just maybe play more short-term stuff in the interim as you see fit. But if you're going to be a player, if you're going to be like a mover, you know what I mean? If you want to just buy some shit and hold, or
you also got to have the liquidity to just throw it into a leap, those are expensive.
Long-term puts is, they're all going to cost you quite a lot of money.
Yeah, they just sit there. So you can't, the only way to get it back out is you sell it.
So there is that problem, but I still think that when you're talking about some of these stocks that are chilling around like $5,000, $6,000, $1,000, like when they go down, they drop by hundreds. So those things are going to print tens of thousands of dollars for you, that maybe cost you 5 or 6, but they're going to print 25, 35,
they could be more than that, man. You just never fucking know. Look what happened with that Tesla. Look at that Tesla call, bro. That thing was like, what the fuck? That was insane.
Well, that's the funny thing about options is you can be right and still lose, right? Like it all depends on the time. It depends on
premiums, everything.
It's all about timing. So that's why I don't really fuck with that shit. But I just
You're the
see
one who
volatility.
showed me that. You're the one who
see
showed
volatility.
me fucking options, and you're like, "I don't even fuck that shit." I got
Yeah.
hooked. I got hooked. But you
I
see,
like placing bets. I like placing bets. I invest mostly. Occasionally, I like to play some bets, just for the juice and the action. But I don't claim to be any sort of expert when it comes to options at all. You know way more about options than I do at this point.
that's because I've
So,
also lost a lot of money learning how to fucking
Yeah.
do that shit. I paid the
you-
fucking
yeah.
price, and I still don't win all the time, man.
and my options game is really elementary. I have an idea, and I invest in options like I invest in stock. I have some catalyst reason that I think something's going to happen, and I'll try and bank on that. I'm not really playing
Fundamentals. You're doing the
pattern.
fundamentals.
Yeah, I'm not playing the technical analysis. Like this
See,
is
and
all
I'm both. I I do rely a lot on technical analysis, like the support levels.
But
I mean,
you
I
kill
do.
it. You've been hitting a lot of licks, and I have not, right? Like when the market's kind of doing this, that's not when I shine. Like I shine when the market does this or this. You know what I mean? Like I don't like this in between, like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Nah.
Yeah, and dude, trust me again, I learned my lessons. Oh man, look at it.
I think if you have more than 50% or 60% of your money in equities right now, that like where they're not liquid on a day-to-day basis, but I think you're being foolish and short-sighted because you should have so many gains in your portfolio right now that you should really be like kind of selling things off and having that money on the sidelines in case something crazy happens either way. If you miss gains, you miss gains. But
Toowoketogobroke, I have a question.
king. Cash is
Toowoketogobroke,
king.
I have a question.
yeah,
What's up?
Okay, hang on. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up my position. By the way, none of us are financial advisors.
We
Yeah,
are
but
not.
here's the plebe, the like smart, like be safe guy in me says, like, man, shit's just so crazy right now and it's so stacked. But that you miss out on a lot of money that way. The shark, like, oh yeah, let's get rich, guys. Like this could go on for another with all the money going on and infrastructure bills and all this shit. The money could these stocks could go to the moon even yet more, So
They
Right.
could.
Toowoketogobroke, I have a question.
yeah,
Okay, so I have 100.8 shares of Apple.
okay.
I bought them for $28.62 a pop.
Wow, very good.
How long have you been holding that shit? Jesus.
Years.
Nice.
And I have
That's like when you say 28, I mean,
I have made
splits,
13,267 off that. My total gain is 459%.
Wait, how much did you say?
459%.
459%.
Buy and hold.
That's great.
And it's about, I want to say $16,152 current value. Now, what do you think? Do you think I continue to hold this?
It depends on what do you want.
Scale out a little bit, maybe.
I know, but I literally bought these shares for 20 something bucks. Like, what's the point in selling,
You're gonna own
Can, can you sell fractionals? Can you sell fractionals shares off? Like $1 amount?
Well, I'm sure I can. I mean, it's a Fidelity account.
Well, I mean, the way I would look at it is, and again, I'm just throwing
what is your goal? That's the first question.
Like, what's your target?
What's your goal?
I mean, honestly,
Growth.
they're really, I guess just like the long-term, very, very long-term buy and hold,
Well, if you've done well and you held it there, then just keep holding it there. But you do have to understand there's going to be a lot of this going on.
The problem, the question I have is, even if there is a correction, right? Sure, it might shape up. Well,
Same thing, I guess.
I mean, eventually there's going to be a correction, and the next one's
100%.
probably it's probably not going to be, it's probably going to be a pretty serious one,
I don't see a crash. I agree. I don't see a crash. I see it's gonna be, I think it'll be similar to the .com bubble.
So something, and so
what Friday showed was that it doesn't take very much news people have an appetite for selling right now. They're still greedy. Everyone's a greedy little pig, you know, so things are going to keep moving in that direction overall. But what Friday did show us was that it doesn't take a whole lot of activity for things to really go south in a fucking hurry. You know, I mean, that was 1,000 points over what we've been hearing left, you know, for a year and 2 years now. Oh, variant, oh, this, that, and the other shit, you know, and all of a sudden it comes to a head just on the drop of a dime. Like, you know, like Jerry said, there's also big money behind the scenes that moves. I've been watching equities for a long time. And what I've always learned is whatever the media says move the market is not always what moved the market. It has a big part to do with it. But, you know, you can watch a random day on fucking Bloomberg and they'll be like, oh, the Dow dropped 450 points because of some shit in some other country far away. And you're like, most investors didn't even fucking know about that shit, much less, you know what I mean? Like, there's deep, big money pools that are moving money on a day-to-day basis that are more responsible than, you know, just one news blurb, you know, dropping the market 1,000 points.
I agree. I think that's been happening. Like I've been saying about SPY doing some weird shit over the past couple months. Like I've seen some weird drops out of nowhere, just like out of nowhere, you know. And so those were just.
Want to pay attention to. Here's what we want to pay attention to, and I gotta find him. There was this dude. It was actually on TikTok. His name was Ziev. He's like this Jewish dude in Israel, and he follows cryptos and equities. But he would always say, "What is the retail trader doing?" Whatever the retail trader doing is going to be wrong long term as soon as they're against the banks, you know. So banks are long and the retail trader's short, then shorts are going to keep getting slaughtered, you know. And so as these graphs become closer and closer, that's what we really want to pay attention to is what's retail doing and what are the banks doing, because they're always 6 months ahead of the curve, you know what I mean? Always.
Yeah, I mean they're the institutions, you know, with all the fucking money. I mean, all they have to do is start selling positions off, and boom. I mean,
they hold the position. That's the funniest part about it is they hold the position, and they're the house. So no matter what, at the end of the day,
the house always wins.
The house always wins, but not even that is at the average of hogs get slaughtered. Now, a few don't, you know, some don't, but. You know, if you want that 16K to be really liquid and feel good about being able to move it, if you have plans in the near future to be able to use cash or start a business, then I actually would sell a decent portion of that
scale
stock.
Scale out of it a little bit.
But if you're just looking to have that money and it won't really mean anything to you and you're just trying to keep your nest egg and think about, you know, further down the line, then just keep it where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, there's no expiration to it, bro. And anything, if anything, just buy the dip and scale and get a better average price, you know, for your shares. Apple's trading at like 160 right now. I know that for a fact because I day traded it today. It's coming off all-time highs. So here's another thing before we get cut the fuck off here. Here's another thing, real quick, is I don't know how many equities just hit all-time highs, like Microsoft. It has hit all-time highs multiple times over the past couple of weeks. Apple, Nvidia, Roblox, SPY. I mean, Tesla, fucking you name it, dude. It's crazy. Lucid, Rivian, all this shit, all these EVs. I mean, it's when things are hitting all-time highs, all-time highs. I mean, dude, it's gonna come back down. I mean, that's
here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have is that if you look at the intrinsic value of all of these companies, you take the book value and you find the intrinsic value of these companies, okay? The intrinsic value versus what they're actually trading at and what they're worth is so big, and it continues to grow even larger every day. That's how these companies are hitting all-time highs. They are not worth what they are in reality worth.
Yeah, you know? Their market cap, absolutely. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, finding the intrinsic value of a patent, which is all these tech companies hold as systems and patents, is like almost impossible anyways, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then a lot of these companies don't make money. They don't make a product yet. and they don't even have a way to scale it as far as profitability goes. So
it's
like,
crazy. It's crazy. Like what's a Lucid, for example? Like how is Lucid that have that big of a market cap when they don't even have, do they even have cars on the road, or did they just deliver their first or something?
Yeah, they just started delivering. I'll tell you exactly why all of them are all. It's because the market is just pumped with stimulus money. I mean, there's just more. We've printed more dollar bills in the past 18 months than ever before.
That is true. People got their stimulus check and they put it into the market, and
that's part of it. But there's way more to the stimulus bills that just went to the people. There was like lots of money that went to corporations and shit like that. Trillions of dollars
holding equities. I mean,
exactly.
Propping up capital.
Daddy Staxx actually, or Jared, actually got his camera to work, and looks like a purple Smurf. But no, what we were saying, basically, like long story short, or the whole thing is when you start seeing all these companies hit all these all-time highs and having these ridiculous, like perfect example, Rivian IPO'd, was like immediately within the first day. And I think it was the biggest IPO since Facebook in 2012 is what I've heard. And
Coinbase? What about Coinbase?
From what I read, that was the biggest IPO, Rivian, since Facebook.
Wow.
Wasn't Rivian a huge scam though?
Rivian just IPO'd.
No, you're thinking of.
No, I'm thinking of what's that other EV?
It was Tesla. What the fuck's Tesla's Nikola?
Nikola.
Oh yeah, Nikola. Yeah,
I wanted to short that from the beginning.
I remember that.
All I was saying was short this shit, and then boom.
But yeah, I mean, that's just what happens, man. I mean, like, it can't go up forever. It's not, I mean, like, especially that quickly. When anything goes up that fast, it's going to come falling down that fast too, usually.
Well, dude, I watched a documentary on it. It's fucking crazy, bro. The CEO was bullshitting, the media was bullshitting all sorts of people. The video they put out of that 18-wheeler going down the road was the car was in neutral and it was going down a steep slope, so it was moving.
Wait, what?
That's awesome.
Have you never heard about that?
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm just, lost it.
They said that, well, they put out like a promo video for their they had one truck, okay, that they produced. It didn't work. It was literally just a shell. It did not function, and it was supposed to be like an 18-wheeler, right? And they recorded video footage of it for a promotional video, and when they did that, they put it in neutral going down a steep slope, so it was just rolling down a hill. And then they used cinematic.
Here was their other scam. Is the only revenue, I don't know if y'all remember, like, they produced like, it was like 50 grand in revenue or something, and it was they just did some like unrelated shit at the CEO's house and banked it for 50.
Are you talking about Nikola? The Nikola thing?
Yeah. There's like,
I can't believe that company
is still at the boss's house.
I can't believe they're still even on the market, after how fucked
are they?
Yeah,
they are. But here's the thing:
what
is Rivian, and what's the other one?
Watch them get pumped by all the Wall Street bets, people.
They already have. They've done it.
Oh yeah, and then what's the other one? There's Rivian, and what's the other one?
Lucid.
So this company's worth, somewhere in the ballpark, according to the market right now, of like 70 billion, and then Rivian is trading over 100, I think. So
yeah, it might not be anymore. Not sure.
Either way, these companies are trading at multiples of what like Ford is trading for. But here's an interesting question that this actually kind of alludes to: is so I wonder what these Ford plants, all the Ford like infrastructure.
Oh, there's another all-time high. That's another Ford just hit all-time highs.
So imagine this with me. You're Ford, and you own these huge manufacturing plants, which is good. You need manufacturing plants to make cars. But if you switch to predominantly electric vehicles, what is the cost associated, and how much of your built-in infrastructure is now kind of obsolete? Like, I don't know, maybe it's
maybe they transition it. They can transition their infrastructure.
Well, of course, but I'm saying, what is the cost associated? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But you have to understand that that everything holds value, right? And so obviously, like, yeah, they're gonna lose money, but what can they liquidate that equipment for? You know,
who wants to make it?
Who
equipment
are we
has value.
speaking about? Which company are we talking
Ford.
about?
Ford.
Ford. Okay.
Compared to these electric vehicle companies that are valued at higher numbers, even though
Can I
they
be
don't
honest
even-
though? Can I be honest though?
Yeah, don't
When I think
lie.
of the whole EV sector, right? And I think of the whole EV sector, obviously Tesla is now a proven trustworthy company. But when I think about these other companies who
That's
are,
debatable.
well, I mean, no, in this sense, Tony, in the sense
Yeah.
that they have created something that
They're
you
the
see on the
pioneers.
road all the time, right?
I agree. I was just
Okay.
saying, like, that
Now,
is
now,
debatable.
this is the other thing though. Lucid, Nikola, whatever the fuck, other
I
company.
wouldn't even put Nikola in this category.
I
wouldn't even
Nikola.
put Nikola in this
whatever, not
category.
even Nikola, Lucid, whatever the other one is, right?
Rivian.
Rivian, whatever. Okay,
You got
whatever,
All the
whatever.
Hold on.
Chinese.
But no, but you also have Lordstown
I
Motors.
think
Lordstown Motors,
that
RIDE.
you are going to see in the next 4 or 5, let's call it 3 years. I think you will see majority Ford and a majority Tesla. I think
What about
that's going to be the
GM?
case.
I think you'll see
GM's
GM.
doing the same shit. They're all doing it. GM and Ford specifically, I know more than like Dodge or anything like that, but
GM supposedly will be all electric vehicles by like, now I think they'll still have their trucks, but they're supposed to be.
Now let me actually give a little piece of mine that I've been thinking about is that, you know, the .com era, right, where all these tech companies started up. I think that we are in the early stages of the EV era, okay? And I think that EVs are going to become so motherfucking prevalent, you know, that you have governments creating bills to basically incentivize these companies, to incentivize people to buy these cars. They're going to start, you know, year after year, making it more and more difficult to produce gas powered cars. And there's going to be this worldwide transition, right? And I think because of that, it's smart to maybe, you know, whoever like Lucid, what's the other one? Rivian, Tesla, you know, if you are a long-term investor, if you're a plain simple investor, buy and hold these things for the next 20 years and see what happens, you know? Because I think that all these companies are going to share the market, and I think this market is going to grow and grow and grow. And a
might
lot
want to
of
wait
these
for
companies,
a pullback a little bit here because
I mean, I think
especially
that,
with
you know,
Lucid, I mean,
the one thing people forget, and I think that, you know, and I'm not saying you're wrong or right, I'm not, but the one thing people forget is even a big piece, even a decent sized car company, $100 billion is like, that's like what you dream of. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big car company.
so what can they do? That money though, that money that you know, I've never understood this, but that money, that market cap they have, how much of that are they able to use to invest in the company itself and get this thing grown?
So it depends. So when a company first comes out, you know, all the shares get divvied up, right? The bank owns some, a lot gets put into a public offering. The institution itself holds a decent amount. What that percentage is all based on the structure of the deal when the company goes public. So, you know, you hope that they own such a tremendous amount that they can capitalize and sell like 10, 20%, be holding billions of dollars.
I wanna give a shout out real quick though. Speaking of IPOs, I want to give a shout out to my mother. The company she's working for, she was one of the first corporate staff members. She's spearheaded some deals with Walgreens. Her company is Village Medical, and they just got another $5 billion injection from Walgreens, and they're going to basically sell off, I think 40% and keep 60%. Don't quote me on those numbers. That they are going to basically release an IPO in the near future. So
cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
I wanted to give a big shout out to my mom.
So
Yeah,
wait, what are what are they IPOing under? Like the same
So
company?
they will be IPOing
You're allowed to even say
under
that shit?
themselves. I'm pretty sure. No, this was all public, and for this actually came out a few weeks ago. This was
Okay.
this there was a press release on this, but my mom has been a big part of meeting with, you know, these banks and all of these people, and she's she's a tried and true, actually, and shout out my godfather. He's the chief medical officer and co-founder of the company. But these guys are going to the moon, and they are
Nice.
basically partnering with Walgreens, and opening Walgreens locations that have Village Medical offices attached to them. Walgreens is building out the real estate. Walgreens actually owns most of their real estate that they're in, and so they're forfeiting some of their space in their store, and it's going to be a one-stop shop to go see your primary care physician, as well as go to
Sweet.
Walgreens and get your prescriptions filled. It's going to be a household name in the near future. And my mom's been working for this company for many years, and I would highly suggest that when they do IPO, you buy and hold this, and see what happens, because
This is not financial advice.
this is not financial advice whatsoever. But
But
this
buy
is
it.
just, but buy it, because I'm telling you from my personal, they're in multiple markets across the US. They're headquartered in Chicago. They have offices in Houston, all over the Southeast, Southwest, going into the Midwest, and they're really expanding. And I know who's
Oh,
behind this
yeah.
company, and they're an amazing company who are going to continue to grow into the future. And they have been doing, this is the second deal they've done with Walgreens. I know how much Walgreens CEO Stefan supports them, and this is going to be a really, really big opportunity for them, and I'm really excited for
When
my
is this
mom.
happening?
This should happen. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
Maybe the beginning of
Well-
next year, but I'm not too sure. I don't have the article in front of me. I can't really remember, but
Well, it's
I
a
just
great
wanna-
synergy. I mean, CVS has been doing like the Minute Clinic, and I think they're a little too tied in, whereas this sounds like at least,
this is like, you go get your physical. That's Village Medical.
yeah, so
they're
it's just
actual
smart.
physicians, and
Old people can go to one place. They don't have to go across town to a doctor and then back across to get their shit. They can just
Exactly.
go right there
it's
and
a
do it
one-stop
all.
shop. And Walgreens is a household name, and pretty soon, with the amount of stores they're opening thousands of these across the United States. And I think pretty soon Village Medical is going to be a household name. And I am sure that 99% of you listening to this podcast right now have never heard of them. Well, now you have, and
Are
you're
we
going to
allowed
hear
to
a
do
lot
this?
more of them.
Are we allowed to say this, put it on YouTube, and not
Yeah,
get in
no,
trouble?
we are allowed to do this.
Okay.
This is
I'm
public.
just
This is public
making
information.
sure. Just making
Yeah, no,
sure.
this is
It's like
public
we're trying to pump
information.
a stack.
Actually, here,
Well, hold
I
on.
I could
Village
if-
Medical, guys.
Google. Look,
check it out.
Tiz, go on Google and type in Village Medical Walgreens, or Village, something like that, and see what comes up. 'Cause
I am.
this is all public information.
I believe you. I believe you. I'm gonna look at it, but that's great. We got to move on. We got to kind of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for
Yeah,
going
it's
off on a
fine. It's fine.
tangent.
It's fine. No, we go off on tangents all the time, bro. It's fine. It's just like, let's to end that quick little conversation about the EV shit. Just to put things into perspective for you, Rivian, check this out. Their market cap is $102 billion. And that's after they've sold off from their original run 10 days ago when they IPO'd. Okay.
Yeah.
They were above Tesla at one moment. I just did a comparison on Google. Craziness.
Oh, it grew way faster than Tesla. I mean, it went from nothing to 100 billion, and without even making, I mean, it's just insane.
They'd only
I
delivered
get the
like
hype.
12
get the hype.
cars. They delivered
But-
12 cars or some shit
Yeah,
total. or
I
something
think the
like that.
reason these things get so pumped up is because people see the long-term viability of these companies. This is the future.
But
And
you're buying, I
Well-
think this is my perspective, is you're buying the success before it happened. It's one thing if you get to buy a company that at low, right? And then you get to see it turn into Amazon. But if you buy the company at
and it's
50
running.
billion,
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Tony.
For
I
what?
think that
Yeah.
there's the when Amazon, when all those companies IPO'd, like the retail trading army, I want to call it, all of us retail traders, where
That's
it
the
was
big
just such
difference.
it's the big difference is that there are so many retail traders now that if you want to get in
Just get on your phone.
like I'm talking like let's look back on this podcast 20 years from now. You know, these are good prices to get in compared to where I personally have a vision where all these companies are going to go. Now look at me. You see this right here? I'm wearing these glasses. You know, I wouldn't trust me. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just my opinion.
But I mean, just playing devil's advocate here. Yes, I agree. Any one of these companies could be here long term and could become a decent car company. But let's factor
their
in that
market
if,
cap can only be so high. Like it can only go so high.
That is
you know what I
true.
mean?
You know,
So-
the amount of growth that you could get from now until then, you know, might be curtailed a little bit because of how pumped these companies are at the moment. However, I really don't think that there's going to be like a significant better opportunity to get in. And when I mean significant, I don't mean
it's already coming. Rivion's dropped already. What do you mean? That's a better opportunity to get in.
significant, Taylor.
It's pretty significant.
what
I mean,
he's-
In
I mean,
the
I get
long
what you're
run,
saying.
in the long run, Taylor, in the long run.
I get what you're saying, because what he's saying is that right now, a car company is still an early adopter of electronic vehicles. Whereas in 20 years, when it's the standard, nobody can just come in and say, hey, we're going to make a new electric car. The markets are too qualified.
By the time it's the standard, it's going to be an established, these are the key players, you know?
Exactly.
And these
It would be
people are
like if
getting
Tesla,
in. This is the ground floor, you know?
This is why Tesla could come into the market of automotive gas-powered cars, because they were the only fucking one making electronics. So in 10 more, 15 more years, you can't have a disruptor, because it will be the same hurdle will be there.
It will be too established. There will be too many good brands that do this that honestly, think about the percentage of gas powered versus electric powered, you know?
And GM transitioning to this technology, that's a sign right there. Boom.
That is a huge sign.
Of course
that is a huge sign.
It also is more of an opportunity, because as the car companies all switch to electric, it becomes, what electric car do I want? Not, do I want an electric car? It becomes, that's what I'm buying. So there's opportunity in that competition, but, and this is a big old fat ass but, is that can Ford and GM, companies who are not known for fucking keeping up with the times and being innovative and staying on top of things.
Can I say something real quick though? This is the hammering point. This puts the nail in the coffin, right? Think about these EVs, okay? They've only come out recently, and think about the cars you see on the road. You see cars that are 20, 30 years old, right? You see them all the time. And why do you see those cars all the time? Because people are able to afford those cars once they have, you know, been around for that long, the older models, you know what I mean? And so these cars right now, there's a high barrier to entry to owning these cars because they're new models, they're close to their MSRP, and because of that, it's really hard for the masses of people in this country, I'm talking the whole spectrum of income level in this country, to afford these cars. But in, you know, even 10 years, a lot of these cars are going, the models that exist today,
they're
that
going to
are
become
coming
more
out in the
affordable,
past
just
few
like
years,
anything else.
they're going to become more affordable. And a lot of those
course.
people who drive those gas powered cars that are a lot older are going to be able to afford these cars and are going to be able to make the transition. You see what I'm saying? So I think,
that's going to happen. I mean, that's happening.
Yeah, we agree. I agree on all accounts of that. It's just, my point is, say Rivian, in their wildest dreams, they would never dream of owning probably even 10% of the car market. What is 10% of the car market worth? Well, according to historical data, you know, and I don't have the numbers, I've never looked it up.
well,
but
I mean,
I know that all the car companies in the world weren't worth more than $300-400 billion just 3 years ago. So now you got,
I mean,
Tesla.
you just got to think about, well, I mean, if you're going to think about it from that perspective, from company valuation versus the actual value of automobiles in this country, you know what I mean? Because if you think about the actual value of automobiles, right? Think you gotta look at what's the average affordable price of a car in the amount of cars that exist, right?
No, that's not correct.
This is also new technology and everything too. So,
but that's not correct. You're thinking of it.
Explain.
you're thinking of it in a vacuum. See, the car valuation market, right, before before Tesla grew to $1 trillion company, just say, to make it easy, was around $500 billion for all the cars in the world. Okay. We're talking every car that was put on the road was made by one of these major companies, right? To like the 95 percentile. So they were making profits on selling cars to 95% of the public for the last, 50 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now people want to act like an EV company breaks that mold. No, that's not true, because people don't all buy a car at once. You still have the cycles. You still have a profit margin on a car. You could sell 100 million cars and lose money, right? So the value of a company has nothing to do with the value of all the cars in the country, A, but then B, it still doesn't even add up to the valuation we're talking about right now. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You're talking about what their
No,
market
it
cap
definitely
is.
doesn't add up, because these companies are selling these cars brand new, right? And so they're selling
Rivian just
and
IPO'd.
and obviously, there's depreciation of all of these cars that hit the road. Every day you drive your car, it depreciates. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
the value of cars is going to be much lower. My point is that just to honestly, I don't even know where my point is, but my overall point is that EVs, even though, and trust me, I'm not a huge EV advocate.
This turned into an EV podcast.
I think that in order to produce electricity, there's a lot of fossil fuel burning, as we know. You got to burn coal to basically produce electricity, and so I really don't see it as clean energy or cleaner energy, even though it is significantly, but it's still
there's a lot of the battery waste.
I don't support EVs for necessarily the environmental, but as an investor,
it is coming. It is coming, and it
is
will
coming.
be.
It is coming.
Yeah, no, we all agree with that. We all agree with that. But I just want to challenge anybody out there, especially y'all two, but anybody in the whole Tiz Talk nation,
especially y'all two.
If you want to look into, just say one company sold every car in America, okay? Just sold every single fucking car. What would that, using traditional valuation methods?
Yes. What would their intrinsic value be?
At a price to earnings of 30, what would their market cap be? I challenge anybody to even try to come up with a number over $1.5 trillion. Just, I dare you. And you won't be able to find one viable way that a company.
Now, what is the actual combined market cap of all of the companies right now?
I have no fucking idea. I'm not doing all this.
I don't have this in front of me, but I guarantee you
way the fuck up there. Trillion.
No, I guarantee you this. If you just take all the traditional companies, Toyota, Ford, GM, all the big boys that were out there.
Dodge.
Like I said, before Tesla, we're probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 to $600 billion all together, and that's even probably high. Not counting Caterpillar and semi makers, just cars. Tesla is now valued over $1 trillion. So that company is already worth like double what every car company in the world was worth like 3-4 years ago. You see what I'm saying?
What does that signify to Woke?
It signifies people who have lost sight of metrics and are just following the herd and going with the crowd. It also follows a signal.
Okay, but aside from that, what do you think it signifies? And that's actual.
Right.
Hang on. We're getting somewhere. No, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Wait, we're getting somewhere. This is really good. No, Taylor, this is really good.
I'll tell you what it signifies on multiple levels, okay? Number one, that valuations are way out of hand. We're in like a tech bubble of all things tech. Like this makes the original tech bubble, the .com bubble, look like a joke.
Oh yeah. I've looked at the charts. Look, it's bad. It's bad.
But here's what the difference is.
Now, what about when you
.com.
adjust for inflation though?
Just listen. So .com, I'm talking about
adjusted.
price to earnings. So
it is
inflation
adjusted.
doesn't matter. Price to earnings wise. So we're talking about .com companies were mostly service based when we had the .com bubble. It was like like eBay, PayPal. It was mostly banking transactions online. Now tech means
search engines, like
search engines.
What was that
data,
one? Netscape, like
data collection. Data collection, was a big part of it. So check this out. That's what the .com bubble was about. And a lot of those companies are now the largest companies in the world, but 98% of them,
Yahoo,
they all flopped.
Yahoo, you can't even trade Yahoo anymore. Yahoo was a public company at one point.
There you go. And that company,
Okay, I don't
know if they got bought out or
there
what
might
happened
be a
there,
correlation. There might be a correlation.
Keep listening. And so now we're in a tech bubble where it's not service based. Any product right now that can claim that it has a tech component, whether it's a car with a fucking screen in the middle and it happens to have an electric battery, or if it's a fucking, I don't know, just name like a Peloton, a fucking recumbent bike.
Now, who do you know that owns a Peloton? I can't name one person.
No, and that company is valued after a huge hammering hit at like $50 billion. Like, dude, that's after it tumbled. Like, you can't. So that's the kind of shit we're talking about right now, is where companies that make like just a basic ass product can, if for some reason people.
And there are so many companies that do what Peloton does, and there are treadmills that have live instructors. That's a real thing in the fitness industry.
But you can't tell me
that they took it to the next level before
Nikola,
everybody else did.
They just start name brand in the market. That's it.
Listen,
I really believe they're so pumped. Taylor.
Okay. Let's not get on fucking Peloton here. I'm
trying to stick to my.
Okay, hang on. Let him go. Let the man.
I'm not
preach.
fucking saying.
Now I'm like losing track. But here's
preach.
the point. So you have so now the tech bubble encompasses all products. Anything you can think of that can have a screen put on it, people consider like tech all of a sudden. Like fucking taxis.
I don't want to go off on another tangent, but like, what even defines tech?
No,
well, exactly. At this point, it's
the MetaVerse.
In the sauce.
It's lost in the
We're
MetaVerse.
in the Omniverse.
We're in the Omniverse. Welcome to the Omniverse. The Omiverse. The
Omicron verse.
Omiverse is what it is.
So what I'm trying to say is nobody, and I don't care who the fuck they are, Kathy Wood, fucking Warren
Michael
Buffett,
Berry.
I think we're on the Crohn's verse, because we're all about to have Crohn's disease and the market's about to take a big fat shit. That's what I think we got.
So, but I don't care who they are.
I agree with the market part.
They can't tell me a fair valuation. I'm not saying it's too low for the next 30. A lot of people that love Tesla make the claim that Tesla is not a car company. It's a tech company that will do a lot of other things. Cars is just the catalyst.
Now, Tesla there's some aspects of a Tesla car, like the self-driving aspect. There are a lot of things that they're pretty fucking good at, if I'm being honest.
But hear me out. So
government contract shit.
Where do you go from there? Like when we're just pie in the sky, they're going to invent shit that they haven't even invented yet. I mean, I've heard that from a lot of people that love Tesla. Oh yeah, they're like the future. They're going to do everything. And maybe they will. I'm not saying they won't, but when you're investing like that, I mean, it's like, it's just crazy. I mean,
Tony, I think a lot of people, Elon Musk is just such a fucking people revere him as a god, he's like
the real life Tony Stark.
That's what I'm saying. What Elon touches turns to gold,
We're in the era of and things go in cycles. I'm sure the world's been like this before, but it's like,
Tony, we're in the era of virality. Everything's going viral.
Musk is viral. Musk is very viral.
Well, information is available immediately now. Like you don't even need to you get
what gains
on your phone,
what spreads,
or your watch.
That is ultimately what has value in this world.
Talk about jumping on the market.
Is people have been wrong, including myself, about Tesla
Me
for
too.
10 years now. And
Fucking me
so
too.
the beauty of the market is that, yes, I was wrong in the beginning, but somewhere along the line, maybe I'm not wrong, right? And I think we're way past that line. I'm not saying that I'm not making the claim that I know, but what I'm saying is the line has been crossed, probably like $500-600 billion ago. The line was crossed. And what are these companies like Rivian and these other guys going to do when all these big guys start pumping all these electronic vehicles on the market at the same time, which is now? Can they compete on a cost basis? Like,
I think they can. I think it's all going to play into what kind of PR these companies get, what tastes and preferences are, I think that's what's ultimately going to happen.
But how do you know what the management of Rivian or any of these other companies even looks like? Who's running these shows?
That was my point, Tony. If you can learn anything from Nicola, right? It's that just because
that was a shit show.
Just because the herd is moving one way, you need to take your little fucking what are those bionicle, whatever that fucking magnifying glass. You need to take your little magnifying glass. You need to look in there real close, and you need to look at the financials of these companies. You need to look at who's running these companies, and you need to find out actually what is going on. You need to have the clear picture of what these companies are doing. And to get back to my shout out to my mom, the reason I'm confident in giving that shout out is because I sort of have I have seen this for years. I understand what this company is doing from a firsthand perspective, and I know who's behind this shit, right? And that is why I am, so confident, because I know what's going on behind, whatever. Not even behind the scenes, just in reality, okay? You don't know that about these EV companies, They're kind of behind a hidden veil. You don't. And so you got to peel back the layers, and you got to understand, what are these companies? Who are they?
That goes beyond just EV, man. I mean, that goes
it's everything. But I think when it comes to these quote unquote virality plays, that's what I want to call them now. These virality plays where the herd goes one way, where, the idea of EVs or whatever it might be, right? Where all these things are just big, massive topics in society, right? I think that there are a lot of people who can take advantage of that, and they can play the media, they can do this and that, right? And you really got to understand, before you make a very long-term guess on one of these companies, you got to understand who they are. You really do. And you got to figure out how you can best do that.
Of course.
Most people don't look up the management when they look into a company. But let me tell you one thing. Nicola is the perfect example of where we're at, though. And let me dive into this. I just got one more thing to say. And it's pretty much, EV's got these fools blind like Stevie, because you just can't go in blind, no numbers. And that's what I think everybody's doing right now. Numbers don't matter. Long term, they fucking matter.
The United States gasoline station sector recorded a gross output of approximately $101.4 billion in 2020.
Yeah.
And remember, there was a whole 6 weeks and nobody was fucking driving either.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, that is
investing in EVs got a blind like Stevie.
I mean, that's basically to sum all that shit up, right? Look, the EV sector has been insane and it comes in waves, or it has been, at least in the past 12 months, or even probably a little bit more. I mean, I know when the Neo wave, you had Lee and
it was Neo wave, it was Workhorse, and
Workhorse
Nicola
is getting clapped right now so bad.
And then it was Workhorse, then Nicola, and then Ram, and then it was Neo, Lee, Xpeng. That was my dogs right there.
No, I know. That was a year ago. I'll never forget it. It was on Thanksgiving when I started playing with those options, and I got on that option, that Neo option trade, made my first $1,000. I was going nuts, all that. Yeah, that was
Neo got me paid. Yeah.
Well, that was my first real win in the options market, right? So I've been taking little losses, hundreds, boom, I hit my $1,000. I was like, fuck yeah. And then like, but
Hey, you know
held
what?
held it too long. And then it was the buy the rumor, sell the news shit. And like, I just didn't sell it in time. And I basically went into the negative at that point. I lost all the profits.
Hey, so you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
up.
like
Hard lesson
if
to learn.
you know Snoop Dogg, this is the Snoop Dogg playa mentality right here. But you know, if you're a real player, you're gonna keep playing. And if you're not a real player, you're gonna be blind to the EV like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a real player, you're gonna play the cycle, you're gonna play the waves. You said we bouncing wavy out here. All right. If you're a real player, we gonna get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, get it and flip it. Flip it.
Are you reading this? Spin it, something?
Cut it and flip it.
She sounds like a retard. Okay.
Pimpalations.
Oh my god, pimpalations. Yeah. No, that was great. But anyways, just all right. With all that being said, the market is 100% super pumped and juiced up right now. I mean, the premiums on just alone on some of these motherfucking options is insane.
It's pumped to the tits.
It's ridiculously pumped. Now,
it's pumped like the Michelin Man.
Like the Michelin Man, yeah. The crazy thing is going back to kind of where all this whole started, from this whole Omicron strand of COVID that has shook the world again, or it made a rumble. You know, the market got crushed that day. That was and I was the Dow. What I say went down 2.5 point, almost 2.5%, 1,000 points. Boeing is one of the larger companies within that index. Dragged down like 8% that day or some shit. I wasn't in any positions except for some reason earlier that week, I had decided to buy one Boeing put for $64 that expired that week. Somebody called it out on a Discord server. I wasn't very confident in it, so I bought one, just one.
Just say he gonna roll the dice.
No, that's not even a rolling dice. I usually pick up multiple contracts, even weeklies. Like I'll scale whatever, but it was just, I don't know, man. It just didn't seem right. But anyways, that one contract, market was closed on Thursday. Friday was a half day. That's 3 hours of trading, dude. That's it. That contract it closed worth $8 on Wednesday when I bought it for 64. I sold it at the peak or the bottom of that 3 hour period. I was so deep in the money. I can't exercise that. Maybe I could have been. Boeing's expensive. 100 shares, like trading.
So the option went from $68 to $800.
Well, no, it went from actually, if you would have bought it on Wednesday, it would have been $8 and turned it in. If you sold it when I did at the very bottom, $830. So that's $64. I got lucky. That contract expired that day, and it was way out of the money. But it was like a 12% return for 1,200% return for me. But if anybody had bought it at $8 on that Wednesday, it was like it was
100x.
Hey, Tiz,
basically 100x.
Tiz, I've been wanting to do this on your podcast for a bit, because I guarantee there are some people listening right now who don't understand how options work.
No, we've already gone over options.
You have? Well, look.
Yeah, we can't do that again.
Yeah, we've done it too many times.
I had a great. Oh yeah, hey,
I'll put links in the bio.
If I had a question for you, how would you go about finding this data on sell-off Friday? What percentage of that sell-off was institutions, and what percentage of the buyers today were retail? That I'd really like to know.
I can look some of that data up.
I would really like to know, man, because that is. When these little sell-off days happen, if it's all institutions, that's that balance I was talking about, where institutions are long and retail's short, and then they do this. Wham! That's when it's gonna happen, man.
That's when it's gonna pop. Like,
let's see. I mean,
and they use these big sell-off days with these bullshit news stories. Oh, that's why it dropped 8%, 2.5%. No, it's because we're fucking tapering out. We'll let you build it back up, and we'll
See,
taper
they're
it
the
again.
they got
And
the
then
big
when
they have the big positions, you know.
And when that balloon pops, they won't be holding the bag. Everybody else will.
Well, when that
Oh,
balloon
man.
pops, then it's like a domino effect, right? Oh, price is fucking going down, 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 sell, 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 sell across all the market, you know.
Of
Well, they were-
course, because the big bad bank ain't holding anymore. They're not holding the bag.
it was a overreaction 100% what happened. I
You
mean,
see, the banks, they get the bag and they flip it and they tumble it, right?
the reason
Then
why
it gets down the retail line and eventually they fumble it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't mix and tumble it. Yeah.
They flip it and tumble it, right? They tumble it down the
flipping and
line and then
tumbling and
eventually
all
they
this
fumble
shit.
it. They fumble it, right?
I'm looking
Because
at
that is
SPY.
the data, man. That's the data.
Let's see, look, check this
I
out.
think by June of next year, whatever that percentage is right now of long, banks long, retailers short, I bet you $1,000 by June of next year, that graph is flipped and they're ready to fucking drop it off a cliff, at least in the short term. Yes.
This is SPY. This is the ETF that follows the S&P 500. This is the sell off on a 4-hour candles. Okay, I can go on a daily, and it might even make it look even a little bit more real. You can see this, right? Like, so this is insane. I mean, you see it happen kind of more frequently here. This is the 180-day moving average right here. Okay, this is the 5 and the 20 EMAs, but this is starting to bend.
That's kind of hard to say, though. That's kind of hard to say.
I'm just saying. I mean,
until it hits about a flat line, it's kind of difficult
I understand
to
what
really
you're
give any
saying.
definite
But
opinion.
By then it's too late though. By the time that thing flattens out, it's already down 10%.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, when this thing here, look, let's look back at
That's the problem.
real
And that's
quick,
what's
let's
so
look at Corona.
sexy. That is what's so sexy about puts, is because when the shit drops, it drops so fast that it's just like making it rain. But
All right, so Toowoketogobroke, what do you?
Here's Corona. Look, this is what's
I mean, look
on
at
a
that.
daily
Oh,
chart.
so
On a daily, it sold off like crazy, right? They like tried to recover, right? You look, here's the 180-day moving average, right? So it's getting to that point, and this is a lot of robotic algorithmic trading too, by the way. So these robots, these algorithms kick the fuck in when this EMA gets touched by these daily candles, big time. But what I'm getting at is so, I mean, with SPY, it's fucking hard as shit. I mean, it's constantly just going in an upwards motion, right?
yeah.
But you're starting to kind of see, and it does its thing. I'm not saying it's going to come crashing down here like maybe Corona.
Now, here's
we
where I'd
might
be really
start to
interested. Hang on,
see-
Taylor. This is where I'd be really
But
interested to see what happens.
I was
Hang
going
on.
to say. Look, here's your order flow distribution to Oak. It doesn't say exactly who, but it's saying big time large orders were being outflowed for over.
Do you know what the minimum is to be considered large?
Actually, it was all, no, I don't know, but actually they was all large, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's
and on the end flow,
which generally makes you think it's at the very minimum hedge fund smart money, and at the big maximum it's big bank, trying to start tapering out of things while they still have that upward momentum of retail, because they know that they'll hold as long as they're told to.
Real quick, let's just see what's going on in the crypto world. I have this up. Bitcoin currently trading at 57,000. So it started to recover. It was up more earlier, but it's coming back.
I think the January, February of 2022 is going to be a big deciding 2 months of what is the next 6 months to a year going to look like. I really think that from now until then, it is going to be a huge determinant of what is going to happen. And I think that as you see more and more signals, there are going to be more and more sell-offs, and the amount of time it's going to take for things to decrease is going to be even shorter. I think that stuff is going to start selling off faster and faster, and before you know it, we will literally be in a whatever day of the week term you want to give it, right?
What?
Like a Black Tuesday, like whatever the, like the
Shitty Tuesday.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
mean, it just so happened if this happened on Black Friday. I mean, I even made a comment in the Discord the other day. I was like, it's like shit, everything's for sale, man. Everything,
think,
all stocks
yeah,
and
everything.
cryptos on sale. All of it.
I personally think that the market will be pretty chill until we start getting closer to the Fed actually doing something, because until interest rates become a real threat of going up in the near future, there's literally no drag, you know what I mean, except for news stories. So whatever they want to tell us and manipulate on a day-to-day basis is what they want to tell us and manipulate on a day-to-day basis or weekly.
And that shit with the technology.
Once those interest rates start ticking up, not in the very beginning, but they take a hold and they slowly start putting pressure on the tops of what can actually happen, as far as just keep going to the moon. And that's when it's going to start going from, this slow, steady up to a chop, chop, chop. And then when the bad news mixes with the chop, that's when you get the big fucking drop off.
Toowoketogobroke, I say this all the time to my friends, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. And that's just how life goes. And, as we go day by day, week by week, month by month, stuff starts to happen in different perspectives. Right. And so I really do agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with what you're saying. I mean, we've been talking about this shit since Corona basically started. I mean, we were a little ahead of ourselves. Now, I did sell the fuck off, but I mean, the stimulus brought everything back.
Well,
I mean,
we really didn't even get ahead of ourselves. It was just the missing ingredient of when is the Fed actually going to do what everybody knows the Fed needs to do, which is fucking. I mean, you can't just live in an interest-free bubble zone in our type of economy. It's not real. It's bullshit. And
100%. You're right. Absolutely,
and that's what
right.
we're just missing, that little sprinkle, that little bit of J.
It ain't gonna take. Well, speaking of J Powell, he did remain in seat. He didn't get was it Brainard or whatever. So he's staying. He's not going anywhere.
Well, he does what he does. What all
I know, but they were saying they seemed like it was sort of close until the last minute there. I mean, I was pretty sure that he was gonna stay, but there was the market was just kind of just sitting still, just waiting
here's
for that
our
decision.
homework assignment. Here's our homework assignment. Okay, all together. You probably know how to get on this track quicker than I do, but you can tell me where to look and I'll start digging. Telling you, 6 months before the first interest rate increases, you're going to see the banks are going to be out of these long positions. I'm telling you, they're going to be out of these long positions.
They know.
And that's when we need to start buying these long-term puts. I don't care if they cost $6,000 a piece. That's when you buy them. But we can't miss the signal.
Look, I have an even bigger question, though. What do you think this means for the overall economy, for the overall well-being of people in the United States? What do you think this means? Do you think that people are going to, do you think that there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations? Or do you think that people are going to sell off, take their profits and run and everyone's going to be okay?
You're talking
both.
Retail traders never take their profits and run. They always lose. You always got to remember that the herd gets slaughtered. And so there's a few outliers that make money, but the retail trader is who loses when the shit hits the fan, unless they just continue to hold and ride the waves. But if they're like, living and dying, they're going to die. But my point in saying that is that, shit, I can't even remember what I was saying, but you were asking what's the long term. Wall Street doesn't really affect Maine. I mean, it does. They're connected, but your average American, there's too many crystal balls that you'd have to be able to see is when the Fed increases interest rates, does that actually curb growth? Do we flatten out inflation? If they increase interest rates and inflation continues to rise, then they're going to have to increase interest rates again. And then if inflation still isn't under control, then these higher and higher interest rates start really curbing growth. And you could go through a 10, 15-year period where nothing fucking happens. And welcome
Let
to
me
the
give some actual good advice, though. Let me give some actual good advice. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is my opinion, actually, not advice. This is my opinion. You know, I have a friend who bought a lot of raw physical gold and silver before COVID happened. And when COVID happened and inflation started to rise, gold and silver, maybe half a year ago, a little bit more, when people started to realize inflation started to rise, gold and silver shot up. And so what I'm saying is if you really need a kind of minimal way, in a sense, to hedge whatever the economy does, especially with inflation and the inflation we've seen, it doesn't hurt to buy a little gold, buy a little raw silver, keep it in a safe, locked up.
Toowoketogobroke can talk to you about that shit all day, bro. He's been collecting that for a minute.
Yeah, I got a lot of silver and I got platinum. I got a little gold, but not as much gold as I'd like. But I personally think unless you have a lot of money, I like to talk options and equities because it's fun. I just like gambling on that kind of shit.
It's because it is.
I get my kicks out of it, and I like long-term investing. But I do think most people will be better off when the shit hits the fan. Cash is king. When times are like this, cash don't mean shit. You can go get free money from the bank, but cash is king when the shit hits the fan. So, just
sooner or later, when does it become?
Now, what happens when the country
less and less valuable
because they keep printing dollar? What happens when we lose faith in the U.S. dollar? What happens?
And the thing is, what keeps the U.S. dollar? That keeps it keeps the U.S. dollar pretty as much as money as we have printed. Like I said, in the past 18 months, it's because the dollar is like accepted in every fucking country. Basically, it's like the standard for all currencies that are measured.
It's called the United States military. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Yes, it's what the dollar stands for, I guess.
I don't worry about the U.S. dollar not being the global currency for at least a long, long time. But the problem isn't that. It's the pressure inflation. Because you have to understand, while we're printing all this money, so is every other fucking country in the world. You know what I mean? So it's all relative.
I don't know, though. Are they? Are they, though? Every single one? Like, we are on a fucking rampage of printing.
I guarantee you, if you look at the EU, it's very,
I know they've had their problems. I know that. I mean,
yeah, I guarantee you.
A bunch of countries, though, in one union. It doesn't help.
People don't understand this, is that if the Chinese don't want their money to go up in value compared to ours, that's not what they want. That goes against what they need as a country right now. So if we're printing money and deflating ours, then they're going to artificially or truthfully deflate theirs because they want to sell to us. So it's good for them to have a cheaper dollar than we have. So they're spending just as much.
Exactly. Export. Well, it all goes into import export. They're exporting.
I'm sorry, 1.3 billion. I know. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. I was just talking out loud, asking that question.
It hurts the lower class and middle class. You know what I mean? Because that's what I worry about in this country more than anything is what are poor people going to do? They're already people don't realize that's really what differentiates the first world from the third world. It's not the rich. That's part of it. That's the part they want to sell you. But what really differentiates, what are the poorest people in your country doing? Shit, you go to a shithole country, you go to the nicest area, it's baller. You feel good. You know what I mean? For the most part, there's a few countries that doesn't actually happen. But, we're talking about real shitty places. But you go to fucking, I don't care where you name, for the most part, there's a nice area for ballers. The poor folks in your country are what dictates how the livability is. And if people can't eat, you're going to see crime going through the fucking roof. You're going to see all these malls.
Chaos, anarchy. That's where it all starts.
These malls are getting looted right now. And I'm not trying to make a bigger deal about that than it is, because right now it's just isolated incidents. But when motherfuckers feel like they got to rob a Target or a Walmart just for the groceries, shit, that's when shit's real. You know what I mean?
And that's what I thought was, when Corona first came around, the lockdowns, I was like, remember when all the rioting really kind of kicked off right there, after George
Yeah.
Floyd. I mean, I was like, it's coming, like, but it never really, it got bad. Don't get me wrong. It got bad on both sides because then the other, when Trump was out, they fucking stormed the Capitol. It's
Yeah,
like,
and
what the fuck is going on right now? It's like Crips and
the funniest thing is the number one thing that makes you like hopeful is also the number one thing that gives you fear right now is like, where are all the low to middle income wage earners? Like, they're not working. Like, people, I can't tell you how many companies are like 3, 4, 5 people short of their normal staff because they can't hire anybody, which is good.
It's the crazy, and not to cut you off, but it's true. Companies have literally been forced to raise their damn minimum wages or their wages, but the problem is inflation is offsetting that wage increase to the point where people are like, this still doesn't make sense. I'm not going to fucking do
exactly.
it. That's what's happening.
What are they doing? How are they not working at this point? Because unemployment, all the extra unemployment's over.
There's still some programs out there that are, but nothing what it was.
The hopeful thing about that is if the economy keeps humming and jobs, like you start getting better and better jobs and shit, there's people there to work them at least. It's not like you're capped out on that. So there's room for growth there. But there's also the other side of that coin is if that trend continues, then what the fuck? Like, what do you even do in that situation where you don't have workers to work jobs that are available?
Rome fell too, bro.
Yeah, but we're not there yet. But
I was just fucking around. But...
No, you're right though. You're absolutely right. But it's just so crazy right now that like nobody can hire people to do any like normal jobs, that we take for granted.
It's true. It is labor. What do you call it? Laborers market? Yeah.
Labor shortage. There really is.
I don't know how long they can continue. There's tent cities popping up everywhere. There's more homeless people than us. I think there's ever been.
But are they just checking out? Are they just checking out?
I don't know. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't know, but I know that's an increasing issue. Lots more homelessness has come about all this for sure.
In the middle of the most baller market of all time.
Yeah, the market's on fire, but that's what I'm saying. That's the difference in Main Street and Wall Street right there. Perfect.
Not to get too existential.
They're offsetting, and when they start offsetting a little bit too much, that bubble will burst.
That's what's so funny about people bitching about $15 minimum wage is like, bro, it's already here. If you're not paying people that, you don't have workers. Unless you're in some podunk shitty town where you basically have captive labor because they can't afford to move and they're stuck in fucking West Virginia and got to work at your shitty gas station for $10 an hour. But in that location, $10 an hour might be fine because you only got to pay $300 a month for your rent. So
depends on where you're at too. Yes, obviously. It's like in New York or California, obviously you'll be spending a lot more money. So your money's not going to be worth as much. But I think we got the point across here is what Tizgang is what we're really saying is just be prepared for some kind of pullback correction. And that's going across the board here, not just the stock market. We're talking about the economy too. We're seeing it, inflation, supply chain problems. The market's still on fire. Everybody's hitting all-time highs, but yet there's a lot more homeless people. Things aren't that great. So like I said, when they start to offset too much Main Street and Wall Street, that's when the bubble burst happens, usually.
Yep.
Unless it's a financial crisis, which was a fucking big old criminal fuck up with the banks from fucking 30 years prior, and it just came crumbling down. Almost took the world with it. Fucking greedy bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Tizgang, that's.
I don't want to derail a train, but I think it's time we transition.
Tell me about it. I just want to give a quick shout out to the homies Adam with 2 M's, Bruce Wayne at the Best Trade Kingdom Discord server. If you guys want to check out They have a free 7-day trial for their premium services. They give out option call outs and technical analysis and all sorts of things like that. So if you're on Discord, just look up the Best Trade Kingdom, BTK. And then also just shout out to the Bag Boys Discord server as well. That's our server. It's a little bit more all over the place, but we do have some call outs and shout outs for stocks, and we have, just gaming communities and podcasting and just a bunch of randomness, but it's a good time. So come check it out. It's a Bag Boys Discord server. All the links will be in below the video. And then Jared, why don't you real quick, you go ahead. You said we want to give a quick, you were trying to do this earlier. I'm gonna let you do it.
Oh yeah, so I was trying to do this earlier, but I've always wanted to do this on a Tiz Talk podcast because I don't know why, but this moment of the show stands out to me every week. But I would love if we could pause for a moment and hear a quick word from our sponsor, Anchor.
It's the Tiz Talk podcast. It's the Tiz Talk podcast.
All right. Anchor.fm. Go check them out, Tiz Gang. We wouldn't be here without you, that's for sure.
Anchor, cut the fucking check, please.
Cut the check, yeah.
Me and Larry are thinking about doing a little show based on albums that we like, because we like pretty much the same.
Oh yeah. The whole fucking the whole episode.
If you're gonna do that,
Master P, ghetto, whatever the fuck. What was it? The
ghetto. If y'all want more of a new school rap genius,
we don't.
I'm telling you though. If you want to do an episode, my roommate.
I don't listen to that shit.
My roommate knows rap like the back of his hand. He knows old shit too, but he knows old shit.
Well, maybe we'll give him a try down the road.
Old shit.
But first album is going to be Juvenile, 400 Degrees. We're going to break down the New Orleans scene at that time, the whole everything,
Cash Money.
He's from New Orleans too.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do Cash Money. We're going to break that shit down scientifically to how you got that sound and how you got. Here's a hot take on Juvenile. Probably the hardest, most gangster song to ever play on the radio was probably, and I'm not saying it's my favorite song by any means, but I'd say it's probably one of the most ghetto songs to ever play on the radio, like as a hot top song, was Ha by Juvenile. Wouldn't you say? Like, what can you think that's more?
Which one?
Ha.
Which song?
I'm telling you, Ha.
Oh, the song, huh? Oh, yeah. Huh? I was like,
your check, huh?
You're like, huh? I'm like, no, dude, tell me. I was like, what?
Huh? Yeah, you know how to play it, huh?
No, that'll be good.
Your partners is dope fiends, huh?
Because y'all did that back and forth shit with fucking God, Master P, and what was the name of that album on the first YouTube episode? Ghetto D. It was like nonstop. It was like, and then we'd move on, and then you bring it back up. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
that was funny.
And I think maybe we should try just like a one-topic show, but not about something so esoteric as like EVs, but like
I know,
like a movie or a fucking, just something.
Break something down. Yeah,
we can break down
I totally. Yeah,
we can break down 1998. Like, let's break that shit down.
Go back to the WWF. Bill Clinton getting his pecker sucked.
I think that would be a hot show, dude. Like episode 1, 1999. Like that would be fresh, man.
Episode 1. Let's do the whole 90s.
Yeah, 90s. There
90 through 99. 99. Well, real quick, I guess. We'll do some announcements and shouts. Announcements. I don't really have any announcements other than we're just, continuing to do this podcast as much as the time will let us with our other obligations in life. But I know that tonight, for all of you who celebrate Hanukkah, I believe that started this evening. So there's 8 more days of that.
Started yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it was
the second night.
Okay, well, it was one or the other.
I didn't know it was that early compared to Christmas.
It changes. Sometimes they line up.
It goes off the whatever calendar.
The old whatever they call it.
Old Jew calendar.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, so real quick, I'm gonna just give some birthday shout outs real quick. I got my boy Lichtenberger, Adam Lichtenberger, happy 35th. Birthday was on the 21st. Got to give a big shout out to my younger brother. Just call my younger brother.
Call him Lil Scrappy.
Little Scrappy, whatever you want to call him. Kimbo Slice. Okay, that's what we'll call him. That's what his Xbox thing is. Kimbo Slice. So he
I thought it was Jewosaurus neck.
no, it's Kimbo Slice now. But anyways, he just turned 20 on the 20th. So he just had of November. So he just had his golden birthday, whatever. Mine was the 21st on October 21st. I turned 21 on my golden birthday is what they call that. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
You get a chain or something? What'd you get?
No, I don't even remember.
Nobody gave you any gold.
What I got on my 21st birthday, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. Like as gift.
Penicillin couldn't shake it.
No. Yeah, it was one of those, let's not go back.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to San Diego pretty soon. What should I do in Tijuana?
I mean, it's like really two things to do or three. Drink cheap beer, eat cheap tacos, and go to the pharmacy to get cheap drugs.
Okay.
Or go to jail or get arrested and, or.
Is there like an awesome Mexican restaurant across the border that just kicks ass?
No, nothing that just like stands out. They're all a bunch of just like local. You have to remember, I haven't been back down there.
All of it?
Since 2009, maybe 10. It's maybe been over a decade since I actually went back down to Tijuana, even though I lived there. Yeah, like it's gotten worse. They've gotten way more strict. They actually check you going into Mexico now. Like you used to just be able to walk right across. Mexico didn't give a fuck who was coming in. Now they have a whole supposedly like there you got to go through their fucking system too. Like it used to just be coming back in. I can go on about that.
You're gonna check us, we're gonna check you, you fucking gringo piece of shit.
Logan is the one who's told me about. He said that he still has gone, but not nearly as much as we used to, and even still, like he's like, it's the same shit. I mean, but I don't think as many people are going down there anymore. I mean, Rosarito is a 20-minute cab ride from Tijuana. You just walk across, hail a cab. It's 20 minutes. You're Rosarito, which is a way more chill beach town. Tijuana's chill, but it's also Rosarito can also be a dangerous place as well. But I'm just saying,
it's not gonna be nighttime. I was just gonna go for a day.
We used to go there all night, dude. We would stay out and party all night, bro. That shit.
Hey, if you want to join me, I'll be there in December for like 3 weeks.
I don't know if I'll be able to pull that one, man. I really don't. If I can, I will, but I just don't see it happening.
Just
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I'll be gone for.
If I come out there, I'm not coming for a fucking day or two. I'd be going out there for at least a week. Like I'm chilling.
Right,
but I'll say Megan and Mama Mia Megan. Shout out Mama Mia Megan and boy Steven. They just got engaged. Well, not just, but 6 months ago. The stupid headlines of the week. They're dumbasses doing dumb shit is what it is, really. So
I was getting some headlines.
Getting some headlines. I didn't even see always crushing it. But this one, I kind of want to speak on for a second after the one liner. Maybe I'll save this one for last because it's the one that I knew about, or I wasn't specifically looking it up, but let's save that one for last. The other one.
Give Tony one and give me one.
Okay. Well, y'all each get to do it.
Okay.
Y'all each are gonna one line it. All right. So this is awesome. What'd you call it? Getting some headlines.
Yeah. I was getting some.
That was good. Okay. Let's see. Just gonna go down the list here. Clerk convinces woman to buy $1.4 million lottery ticket.
What? 1.4 million? What?
Lottery ticket. Anybody got a one-liner? That's the title of a fucking article.
He said, "You trying to get lucky, bitch?"
All right.
Read the headline again.
Because I got a scratch, I just can't itch.
I knew something else is coming. Clerk convinces woman to buy $1.4 million lottery ticket. That's all it says.
I don't got $10. I only got $9.86.
Is that how much a lottery ticket is? $10?
Oh, I got the headline. You scratch off while I jerk off.
Oh man, we can't go back and you got to get sharp off the head too. Well, that's how you are.
I got a line. I got a line.
Hey, there's more fucking articles. That's just one. Like there's so many of these.
All right, so we got to go raw first take. That's it. All right.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I mean, a few is good. That's
Okay,
my way.
okay.
You scratch
Well,
off.
I agree. I think it was
You
better.
scratch off while I jerk off. That's my headline for that one.
Okay, all right. They were both good. I liked them both. That was a good one though. All right.
Let me go first on this one.
Message in a bottle launched from Florida crosses the Atlantic Ocean. Dropped 7 hours ago.
Read that again.
Message in a bottle launched from Florida crosses the Atlantic Ocean.
Hey, yo, Janie, I know you over there 12,000 miles away, but if you got a fat ass, slide over here, ho.
Okay.
Is that a Florida accent? I didn't know that.
I don't know what that was. It wasn't Florida. It was like mixed between fucking Louisiana and something else, man.
Message in a bottle.
I'm a genie in the bottle.
I don't know. I can't even think of one for that.
The only thing I could think of was like something with Christina Aguilera being a genie in a bottle or some shit. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but it's like some pirate shit, like back when you did the Gilligan's Island theme song thing. All right.
I guess no. Nobody wants. No, never mind. Nah, just keep it moving.
That's a tough one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Bear raids $600 worth of frozen meats from a Colorado garage.
I got one.
Go for it.
Arby's, we have the meats.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man. Glad I don't have to come up with something on the fly.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't think of one on that one either.
Toowoketogobroke, you're the king of this shit, man. Okay. Overdue
Don't
book.
think do.
Overdue.
I was
book.
I had a thought, but it just wasn't good, so I was just like, fuck it.
All right, couple more. Overdue book returned to Idaho Library after 110 years. Again, these are all stories that dropped within like the past 10 hours. Like these are very, very current. Who wants to go first on that one?
Hang on, let it come to me, please.
Oh god. I get creative. There's got to be a timer for this.
Yeah, like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
10.
10 seconds.
All
right.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Idaho, nah, bitch, you the hoe.
I don't because of Idaho. It has nothing to do with the book.
No, because the
like,
fucking
what?
librarian's telling her that she's a hoe for keeping the book for 110 years, but she's like, nah, bitch, you the hoe.
The least important thing of that entire title, like a state of Idaho, like who gives a shit?
Idaho is such a funny
overdue
name.
book after 110 years. He took Idaho. I went with it. I think that's hilarious. Okay, Toowoketogobroke, you go.
Man upset. He lived in Idaho for 110 years.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Okay, this one, and then I'm going to talk about that one that and then we're going to move on and wrap it up. IKEA renting out tiny Tokyo apartment for under $1 a month. Title of the article just came out like 12 hours ago.
IKEA somehow finds a way to make shit more difficult to build.
$1 a month is IKEA renting out tiny Tokyo apartment for under $1 a month. I don't even understand that.
To build the apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of cut you off. I didn't hear the rest of the fucking headline.
That's it. That's the fucking headline. We're not going into the details.
No, I'm saying I gave my headline, my catchphrase before I even heard the full headline.
Oh, well, whatever. All right. Chuck, you're up.
IKEA designs. I don't even know how to word this.
This is your idea too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's gonna go good, sometimes it won't. Shit, man.
All right. Well, to kind of make that like a little bit of somewhat of a recurring kind of segment.
Yeah, we'll keep that one going. Name a couple others. Name some. Let's rapid fire them. Just bam, bam, bam.
Well, God damn it. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. There was plenty more to go. I gotta
keep them trucking. Just keep them.
Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about this last one. Last one's good, but we got some time here. We got a little bit of time. All right. I'll keep going. Man rides 35 miles on electric unicycle while juggling for world record. It just happened today too. I'm just going down the list, guys.
Wait, will you read that again?
Guinness World Record for sorest balls.
Yeah, dude, yeah. 35 miles while juggling on a unicycle. That would hurt. Yeah, that'd hurt. You need some ice packs.
Yeah, man wins Guinness Book of World Record for sorest taint.
That's a good one. All right, Jared.
Caitlyn Jenner now trumped for sorest balls in the history of mankind.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Man sets world record. I mean, you guys can't do anything with that title. Sorry. I'll read it out.
What is it?
Man sets world record with collection of 1,230 different soccer balls.
And Americans still don't care about world record.
I don't know if it's an American or not. I have no idea.
The Cirque du Soleil signs new man who owns over 1,200 soccer balls.
I mean, that's basically. Did you say Cirque du Soleil?
Yes, Cirque du Soleil.
Okay. All right. This is it.
Cirque du Soleil outsources juggling balls to man in Midwest Idaho.
Okay. What about Toowoketogobroke? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is gonna be the last one before I go to that one I want to talk about, and I'm just kind of trying to find. Oh, nice. Okay, y'all can come up with something clever with this. Several gallons of Jack Daniel's whiskey spilled onto Tennessee Highway. That happened like 6 days. Now we're going back 6 days, so this is a little bit. This is like last week, right before Thanksgiving.
I just call that a good start.
Yeah. Really good start. All right, Jared, you go.
Tennessee pours one out for the boys back home.
Those are both really good. I can take that. All right, now, last one. I'm going to read the title. Y'all can say whatever you want about it. I'm going to talk about it for a second because I witnessed this live, not in person, but as it was happening. Cash scattered across a Southern California freeway sent drivers into a frenzy. This happened.
Oh man, that would have been a really bad joke.
We can always edit it out.
Where was this? Where did this happen?
Southern California. I'm just reading the title of it. I know more about it, but reading the title of it to you. It says,
Yo, is
cash
this a
out-
strip club? Nah, that's just a Brinks truck.
That's okay. A Brinks.
So California socialism makes freeway pay you.
Oh, that was good. Okay, so this was it was last week, or maybe it was like the Friday of before last, and I was working from home. I always have the same guy on the screen, or the same YouTube live channel. Is he's got like all these different stock screeners up. He never shows his face, but he's talking. He streams live every day throughout the entire market being open. And he's telling the trades he's getting into, all this stuff. And whenever fucking Biden comes on and talks or something, I don't have to go to CNBC. It's like he just puts it on.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know, it's like, he's like, oh shit, the video's popping, so everybody like starts right, it's like, I'm right there, like, oh shit, what's going on? Get in now. This guy knows what he's doing. But anyways, he's like, holy shit. He gets he's like on his cell phone, on his damn, you can hear him. And he's like, dude, he's like, man, guys, like this shit's crazy. He's like, I'm gonna try to find this video online. And dude, so this dude lives in San Diego. This happened in the Carlsbad area, which is about 30 minutes north. It's in the North County, San Diego, on I-5, Interstate 5, which is the busiest freeway in California, 100%. It goes from Tijuana all the way up to Seattle, or into Canada. But it goes all the way, and it runs through LA. It goes through San Diego. So this is in North County, San Diego. I don't know exactly what happened, because I was watching this shit, people's just running. You could see people live, just scrambling, picking up all this money, cash, over on the freeway. And this is it's like shutting 610 down in Houston, bro. Or, it's big time, big time shit. There's a lot of movement on that freeway. So I'm gonna read a little bit about it, because I'm curious exactly what happened.
So they say it never rains in Southern California.
There you go.
They make it rain on the highway.
They made it rain in San Diego, that's for sure. Let's see. So here's what, Jared, your joke came into play here. Traffic came to a stop on Interstate 5 Friday morning after an armored car happened to spill cash across the freeway just north of San Diego. Several drivers and passengers jumped out of their vehicles to grab what they could, but the police want it all back. Of course they do. Want it all back. The armored car was traveling north along the Interstate 5 in Carlsbad around 9:15 a.m. when one of the doors unexpectedly swung open and bags of cash flew out. Cars parked on the shoulder and in the middle of the road as motorists and passengers raced to collect the bills, mostly ones and 20s. And there's just pictures of these people just holding all these ones and 20s on the side of the road. I saw this shit. I mean, on the guy's channel, it was insane because he's from the area. I was just like, holy fuck, dude, So there's videos. All you gotta do is look it up on YouTube. I guarantee you'll find.
I'm sure that whatever company Brinks, whoever it was, I'm sure they have insurance on that shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
They were piecing together all the social media shots and trying to figure out who was there and all that shit. Finders keepers. I mean, you blow a bag on the highway, you deserve to lose that shit. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, how the fuck does that? I mean, you don't hear about that happening all the time. Basically, let's see. So the California Highway Patrol and the FBI are working together to identify those who may not have turned back in the money. Who the fuck is going to do it? Who's going to turn it back in?
And how do you know how much they didn't turn in? How do you know this amount was this person?
You know what that reminds me of? It was when the fucking cops up in Northern California, I talked about this in one of the way earlier episodes of the Tizz Talk podcast, and they were telling the meth heads or the meth dealers to bring their fucking meth to the police station because it could be contaminated with coronavirus and that they should come and get it tested at the fucking station. And it's like, who the fuck is going to be that stupid? And first of all, go bring the meth, so that's what that reminds me of. It's like, who's going to fucking willingly just confess, oh, here's what I took. Like, no, if they don't know who did it, they're never going to fucking find you. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking phones going around and shit these days, facial recognition and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so the freeway was down for 2 hours, by the way. I'm gonna leave it at
some
that.
Cash.
Dude, there was people stopping on once that shit stops,
Nice.
think about how backed up that shit goes, dude, all the
Yeah.
way to fucking Orange County there.
Yeah.
Or whatever direction it was going north. So I guess everything backed all the way to into the city. But anyways, I came across that and I was like, holy shit, I definitely saw that happening live on TV or on that show. That's it. That was kind of a fun little segment. I thought it was.
You name another news story. I just didn't feel good about any of those.
I mean, oh, you mean just the titles? We're going back to
this? Let's just hear a title or two.
Okay.
They don't even have to be the catchiest. I think the non-catchiest, you know what I mean? You get to put together more with a non-catchy title.
And well, you were just telling me to just go right through them real quick.
So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But don't pick and choose. Just.
I mean, okay. That's okay. All right. Let's just go. We already went through most of these. Let me kind of get a little fresh here. All right. So we'll do like a little bit more of these. All right. I'm going to go. Arizona man's Letterman jacket turns up at thrift store after 28 years of being missing.
He still tells women about how he scored 5 touchdowns at Polk High.
I like that. Polk High. What the fuck? Where'd you get that from? Polk High.
Married with children.
Oh God.
Typical dude peaks in high school.
Uncle Rico finds jacket.
Uncle Rico. Oh man. 536 dancers break Guinness record for longest Soul Train line. Soul Train line.
Pulling news stories out of the archives from the 70s.
I thought someone was gonna go in a different direction with this one, like, running a train or some shit like that. Oh God.
Our content is drier than the Sahara, says Guinness World Record spokesperson Mansi Jojosi.
Guinness.
What?
Wait, is that what you said?
No. Yeah, Guinness record for longest Soul Train line. Okay. No, we get to keep going on this one.
I think we should do one more and then wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll pick one then. Let's do man cited for driving a motorized cooler without a license.
Bish, this Louisiana.
Bitch, this ain't a cooler, bitch. This is a Yeti.
I think that's the winner. That's the winner. So we have to click the article and kind of get some more details on it, because that was the best one, I think. So police in Australia, this is in Australia with crazy Aussies, said a man was cited for driving without a license and officers confiscated his unusual vehicle, a motorized cooler. There is a photo of it. I'll share the screen real quick so you can see it, guys. This is the fucking thing. This is too good. Can y'all see this shit?
Nope. Yep.
Oh, nice.
That
That thing looks like it can rip a little bit.
How do you steer it?
Yeah.
Just that little shit in the front.
I don't know. How the fuck? Oh, yeah. I was looking at it the wrong way. So anyways, the Swan Hill Police Service said the officers stopped a 25-year-old man who was spotted driving a motorized cooler, as you can see, in Kerrang, Victoria province of Australia.
Fosters. It's Australian for wheels.
Yeah, that's a good one too. A photo posted to Facebook. Well, I don't need to keep reading. You guys can see it, but that's basically the gist of it. Officer said the cooler was impounded for 30 days, and the man was cited for driving without a fucking license.
Cooler heads don't prevail.
The Facebook post said that the cooler is considered a vehicle due to the size/engine capacity and must comply with legislative requirements and road rules. Australia, man. That's the land down under for you. Okay. All right. That's the end of that segment. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. We'll try and do that some more. We'll have to get a little bit more creative. How do I stop this? So anyways, I think we're going to kind of come to a close here. We were a little heavy on the EV, but it's all good. That was all good stuff. I think we definitely put our opinions out there on what we think is maybe coming inevitably. Who the fuck knows, man? It's all crazy. It's the the MetaVerse is this big thing. NFTs, MetaVerse. It's like this digital fuck world. I mean, Facebook changing their name to Meta. I just don't. It's so dumb.
It's the biggest joke in all of.
But now we're in the
history.
Omiverse. Now we're in the Omiverse.
Yeah, well, now we're in the Omniverse. We are.
Omiverse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And see, the MetaVerse is the biggest joke perpetrated in the last 10 years. I mean, it doesn't exist. Graphics suck still when you talk about 3D shit. You know what I mean? Like anything that's cool now in the MetaVerse will never be cool in 10 years. And what's cool in the
10
MetaVerse
years
now is not
ago.
cool today.
Remember 10 years ago? Like what was cool 10 years ago as far as video games?
An iPod.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well, I guess like the iPod Touch. Yeah, we were beyond the iPod at that point.
Yeah, now that motherfucker's just called a phone. I mean, that shit's lame as hell.
And then what's crazy? These fucking iPhones, man, they cost as much as they're almost the MacBook Air, like a laptop. I mean, I don't even these days because I am Tiz gang. They got me by the balls. Apple's got me by the balls, literally.
By the apples.
Yeah, by the apples.
Yeah.
That God damn it. You always fucking come up with the good cracks. By the apples, they got me, literally Apple. Because every fucking device I have is an Apple device. Basically, I have two phones, a fucking iPad. I got a MacBook Air, I got the Mac Mini, I got the AirPods, I got the watch. One text message goes through or email. I mean, it goes to all my fucking devices. I'm stuck. I can't transfer over. I don't want to, but I can't.
They got him by the Granny Smiths. I mean, imagine this is.
Where was I going with that? I'm sorry.
Apple's got you by the balls.
No, I know, but what was cool 10 years ago, as I was saying. Anyways, go ahead. We were talking about the MetaVerse. Where were you? Go ahead.
Apple's kind of a funny symbol. If you think about what Apple does and then what the apple bitten out of Apple symbolizes, it's kind of trippy. You know what I mean? Like, they collect all the data basically in the world and fucking compile it. You know what I mean? And then the bite out of Apple is like,
Google, that's what they call FANG, FAANG. It's Meta now. Facebook,
yes.
Apple. Alphabet, Netflix, and Google.
Yes.
Which is Alphabet.
Alphabet is Google. So
wait. So, I can look it up. Well, either way, that's what that terminology.
Yeah.
It always confused me. I was like, wait, are they talking about FANG, like fucking Diamondback Energy thing? It always screwed with my head, dude. I was like, because I was big on that stock.
But just think about the apple, man. So
here it
is. I'm not a religious guy, but the bite out of the apple is like when humans gained consciousness.
We forgot one major player. Think about it for a second. It starts with an A.
Amazon?
Yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah. So
it's Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google.
Okay. So it should be Alphabet, but it's Google.
Well, but it says Alphabet, but their ticker is Google. So
yeah.
Anyways, but so
should we wrap it up?
That's what we're doing. But no, good fucking point. Honestly.
Let me ask you a question, real quick question. This is a good way to wrap up this. Is if you, I'm not a single dude, so I don't know what it's, like
Neither am
talking to
I.
random chicks these days. But say a chick pulls out an Android, are you kind of like, eh? Is it kind of like,
green text? Green text. It's the first thing that comes to
Yeah.
my mind. Remember Stiz was saying that shit. He's like,
Yeah.
you all got that fucking group, that one guy.
if
in the
a
group.
dude texted me from an Android, I'd feel like I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But a chick should
Get
really
it
have
on.
an Apple.
Yeah,
A chick
right?
should have an Apple.
Okay. No, I agree. I think that's hilarious. I'm glad that you brought that up.
If she wants to be a lady, she needs to have an Apple phone. Now, if you want to be a tramp, then have an Android. Do whatever you want.
And that's, I'm not going to say too much, but I feel like that kind of is the way it is, right? Like, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the most part, I swear to God. Oh man.
Final words.
So that was to answer the question. Sorry. I don't go out that much these days anymore. But the old Tiz, who was going out a lot, I can tell you right now, probably wouldn't have cared if I was attracted to her in any way, shape, or form physically. These days, I'm a little bit more like aware of these types of things, and it might bother me a little bit,
Yeah.
Getting green text and, just like,
Yeah, you just be like, ooh, like, what's going on here? Like, is life not as good as I thought it was for this person? Or is
all the Samsung fucking people are gonna fucking give me so much
are
shit
they
for
on
this one.
drugs? Is that like that's what I would think. I'm like, they must be on drugs. They couldn't afford the Apple, so they
It's their
bought
burner
the
phone.
Android,
It's their burner phone.
it's a burner. Exactly.
And some people have burner phones and they're actually iPhones. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
How is that
oh,
possible?
she's got a burner for her pimp who sends her on calls. I get it. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Right? Okay. No, good. That was a good one to wrap it up, man. I think it definitely would affect my decision if I haven't had too many to drink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it really, I think it's going to be a case by case on that one. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. And that's a wrap with WRAP, not RAPP. I got to stop doing that shit every time. Real quick, guys, please, Tiz gang, do your duties. Please, like and subscribe on Apple's podcast, Spotify. And if you like what you hear and you've been rolling with the Tiz gang for quite some time now, and now we're on YouTube, go check out the YouTube channel. The links are in the description, and we're trying to ramp the YouTube channel up a little bit, and I think you guys will find it pretty amusing. You get to actually see us. We do some pretty goofy stuff, but yeah, check it out. Do your duties, and then I'll give my peace outs. I guess I'll do it last. If you guys have anything,
I can go first.
Oh, and real quick, I'll say I was gonna just give my Instagram handles and TikTok crap out, but that's gonna be all in the bio description anyway. So go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, Jared. Or go ahead, Jay.
All right. Get it and flip it. If you can't flip it, then flop it. And if you gonna flop it, then you gonna fumble it. But if your mind ain't correct, then humble it.
It's the freestyle over here. I thought he was gonna be like, the whole Stiz, holler at the Stiz for honor. Kidding. It was kind of going in that direction.
Oh, I heard a woman on TikTok go viral with that toast. And
see, I knew he didn't make it up.
Em was watching it, and she was like, "Oh, listen," and I was like, "Tiz, it's on the Tiz Nation every week. Like, I don't need to hear that from you."
Is it? That's so funny. Oh my God.
It's going it's blowing up a little bit.
All right, Daddy Staxx out. I'm gonna go get my food.
All right, Daddy Staxx. Thanks for being on the show. Peace.
I was just gonna sign off with a for some reason when you said wrap it up, it reminded me of this quick little quip. It was on TikTok. They were doing street interviews, and they were like, "Oh, what's like a crazy sexual story that you can think of?" And he goes, He goes, I was having my first threesome and I didn't know, which I didn't think about this, but he goes, I didn't know like you should take off the condom and put a different one on for each lady, which I bet nobody does. But he goes, he had the threesome with the condom on and banged both women with the same condom. And then they both got an STD from one of the women and he didn't.
Oh, shit.
He goes, that was between them. And I just thought that was an awesome, like,
Whoa. That's crazy that, holy shit. Wow. Condoms, they actually work, guys. They work.
So multiple levels here. If you're having a threesome, if you're really on top of your game and polite, you should wear a different condom for each woman if you're thinking that far ahead. But then number two, then just enjoy the story, number two. But, you know, just remember that.
That was a good one, man. Where did you hear this?
It was a street interview on like some TikTok page.
Wow.
The guy was laughing.
That's something that we should talk about, random stories. Like yeah, that's great. That is a good one. Wow. Yeah. You never thought about that, actually.
I never thought about that.
Never did I ever. Some dirty girls, man. One of them was, at least. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna be repetitive this time. I'll leave the whole Tiz and Stiz for honor thing alone tonight and just keep it brief. I'll go with my usuals and yeah, basically, come on, guys. You know what I always say: get your mind correct, and then once you get your mind correct, keep your mind correct, because that's the hardest part, is keeping your mind correct. And speaking of keeping your mind correct, I always want to just touch, and not steal a quote from Ross, but my homie or whatever, but you know, mental health is become more of something I've become more aware of for personal reasons. It's like to at least mention it at the end of every show or talk about it during the show. You know, if you're struggling, you know, you are not alone. It's part of the reason I fucking started doing this podcast. Okay. So you're not alone. You're not the only one. And I was like I would have never thought I maybe could have ever suffered from fucking panic attack. Okay. But I did. And it's like happening sort of again recently, like a month ago, sort of. I caught it and chilled and went home, or I'm just saying. Like that was something that was like not like I never dealt with. I don't know if it's all just kind of just coming out now because I like shoveled shit under, but all I'm getting at is Tiz gang, you're not alone. Reach out to somebody, talk. It fucking helps. It really does. Like this podcast, this would maybe be a stretch, but it in a way sort of changed my mental demeanor and kind of saved my life in a sense for some of the shit I probably would have been doing if I wasn't doing this. God, honest truth.
Nice.
Thank you, Anchor.
Yeah. Hold them down like the anchor.
Yeah. But shout out to Ross Bowen. If you guys don't listen to his podcast, it's the Ross Bowen podcast. It's basically one of my friends and inspirations to do this, and also as well in the first place.
You know, one other thing about mental health too is like, say you happen to actually be alone in a bad spot, like, you know, don't talk to yourself too. I mean, I think people like avoid themselves, you know what I mean? Like distractions, drugs, alcohol, TV. It's so easy to distract yourself with shit these days. And sometimes the best conversation you can have is with yourself. Just don't run away from yourself and filling your head with a bunch of just crap, you know?
It's so true, man. It's super true. Cause like I've spent more time alone and not in a bad way. Like I'm just more content with it these days. I don't, like you said, I am a single guy. Like I don't go out. I'm not like chasing after anything. Honestly, I'm just chasing after what my goals are right now. And you don't
always have to be with friends every minute.
But that was the way it was. It had to be like that. I was like FOMO motherfucker. I had to be very amazing. But I go into more stories on the next episode, guys. So tune in. We'll be back hopefully in the next week or two. Try to keep it somewhat consistent. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And please just hit the subscribe, hit that like button. And Tiz gang, we at you. Episode 37, I think. or 36. I don't know. Regardless, we're out of here. Toowoketogobroke, thanks for being on the show, man. Have a good night, dude. I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man. See you in the Omniverse.
I know, the Omniverse, baby. Omniverse.
Yeah, man.
That's the world we're living in, guys. Later, Tiz gang. See you on the other side.
It's the Tiz Talk Podcast.